My name's Ed Simpson. I'm a professor of theater and chair of the Department of Theater and Dance at High Point University.
How has working with High Point University students been for you, and what's the most rewarding aspect of what you do?
It's been good. I enjoy working with students. I've done it for a long time at a variety of universities. I think one of the great things about High Point University students is they sort of there's an ability to focus on you, to listen, to cooperate, and that's a huge thing in theater is the ability to work with other people. I think you guys sort of remained here reacting to that, and then you got to see them. You know, it's a collaborative art, so you want to have people who are very skilled at communicating and working with each other, who are able to sort of put their ego aside, which is, in theater, sometimes it can be a little bit of a challenge to do that. But I think that the High Point University students are particularly strong at that. I've noticed. I mean, I think you find that with anyone who's really serious about doing theater. I think one of the great things about our students, too, is they learn how to work. You know, I always say that there's three things to being successful in theater, and that's, and probably in all aspects of life, frankly, but that's talent, and that's luck, and that's hard work. And talent, you either have a lot or you don't have a whole lot. You got no control over that. You know, that's either given to you or you're born with it. Luck, you can't control the luck. It either happens or it doesn't. And so the only thing you have any control over is how hard you work. So if you learn how to work hard, if you work hard, then you make the most out of whatever talent you've got. And then you put yourself in a position to get lucky. And that's the way that careers are made.
Ed's a great guy. He's all about building camaraderie and trying to make things fun. I mean, his goal is to help these kids, you know, see their potential, see what they can do, and encourage that. When a student gives back in class, I know Ed very much gives 100% towards that student, you know. So he's very much an encourager. He's been teaching for over 30 years, and I think he's directed over 80 productions. Ed's a great character actor, and he's a great comic actor. I think that's his forte. And he loves being on stage. He's a big ham. Sorry, Ed, you're a big ham. But he's also very honest on stage, and I think very engaging and charming. I hope he does some more performing. When I come to work next year, we will have a new chair, and that will be very different. Ed's strength is one of being warm and supportive and encouraging. He does that for the faculty as well as students.
So my name's Jessie Hull. I'm a theater major here at High Point University, and Ed Simpson has been my professor and director for 4 years now. Being a theater major at High Point University is an adventure, to say the least. It's definitely been a crazy 4 years. And basically what we do is we promote a lot of teamwork and community aspect here. So we all, work together and really depend on each other to get the job done. And I think Ed has been one of the leaders in that aspect, at least. He's really promoted the whole teamwork idea, and we're here to help each other and do the thing, as he likes to say.
That's fine. Same thing, you have to start. So if you guys, one of the things that can help is we got to jump.
He's actually one of the reasons that I became a theater major in the first place. I came in as a really shy freshman, I guess, and I was in this class with nobody that I knew, and Ed made it a point to pick on me and call me out and make me feel as uncomfortable as humanly possible. And he has a way of making you feel comfortable and confident, I guess. And his passion, which he hates the word passion, but his passion for theater is one of the things that just really had an impact on me. And I was like, I want to be involved in this department if I get to learn from this guy and experience it with him.
What's your favorite thing about Ed?
My favorite thing about Ed is definitely his quirkiness.
The two of us, two. E equals MC 2. It's called 2 squared. So there you go.
He's not your usual professor. He'll just take the time to tell you these stories and tell you like his experiences and what he's learned from actually being out in the professional theater world, which I think has been really beneficial to me. I feel like not a lot of professors will actually take the time and tell you what they've experienced and how their life has been impacted in the professional world.
Has Ed given you any really helpful advice that's going to help shape your future?
There was one semester when I think it was first semester junior year, when I was just really struggling with trying to decide what I wanted to do when I graduate and trying to figure out where being a theater major fit into that whole plan and grand scheme of things. And I walked in and he immediately knew that I was super stressed and was kind of in that mindset of like panic. And he sat me down and he pulled out a picture frame with like 10 people in it. And I was super confused at first because it's like this old picture and he's in it and I was like, what does this have to do with me in my life? And he proceeded to tell me that every one of those people in the picture is doing something meaningful with their lives. And he told me that all of them had at one point been theater majors. But just because they were theater majors didn't mean that that was what they were going to do in their lives, if that makes sense. So he basically told me that when you're a theater major, it teaches you important skills like interpersonal skills, communication, teamwork, punctuality, work ethic, all this different stuff. And a lot of people put down theater majors because they're like, oh, what are you going to do with your life or whatever. But he really opened the door for me to be able to see that there are so many different possibilities and I'm not confined to just doing performance or just, I don't know, doing commercials or whatever. That there's a lot of other possibilities out there. And it made me feel a lot less panicked about what I was going to do. And I feel like it just really helped my whole experience and to just like relax and be like, okay, I got this, you know?
What advice do you have to professors, directors, and students at High Point University?
Well, I think if I were to have an advice to the professors is to remember that we have important work to do. I think there's a difference between being a teacher and a professor. I think a teacher is very valuable, very undervalued, unfortunately, and they give you the basic tools, the facts, the information that you need to have. But I think that for me, the distinction, a professor professes something that you believe. It's not just giving you facts or tools. It's giving you a way of looking at the world, a way of looking at life, a way of looking at yourself.
Is there a message you'd like to get across to High Point University as a whole?
Theater is an important thing. What we do with theater is try to explain life, try to explain humans, illuminate ourselves to ourselves. It's more than just creating entertainment. Theater is beyond that. It's a communal experience. It's live, and it's the oldest way we have maybe of explaining who we are and what's important to us as a human being.
Oh! Yeah. Shall we take it again? Ask for it, no.
Amidst all of our beautiful, wonderful university, and it is truly beautiful, and we're fortunate to have such a great place to work. And our culture is obviously obvious in everything that we do. I would hope that all of us at the university still make way for the people who are different, who think things different, who look at the world different, who may be a little bit oppositional. There's nothing wrong with being oppositional. It doesn't mean you hate where you are or what you're doing, but someone who pushes back a little bit, and asks questions more. It's not to say that we don't, but I would like for us to value those things. Sometimes there's the feeling of we're all on the purple team, and we are, even though we may not all wear purple. We're all on the same team, but we may have different ways of looking at it, and to embrace that, not be afraid of it.